Jay, what made you reach out to Elias to help you out with the making of this video?
Maria Beauchamp, that's a friend of mine. She reached out to me. She listened to the sit down for the first time and reached out to me immediately and said that number one, we have to do a video, and she said that number two, we have to use Elias. So that was pretty much it. And we have a good relationship. I just kind of trust her, and voila, here we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what was your thought the first time you heard the song?
The first time I heard the song, I thought it was a great concept. I have never personally thought something like a teddy bear could be put in the light that it was in the song. And being that the song is called Teddy, it's about the parallels between, having a teddy bear, whether you're an adult or a child. I thought it was geared mostly toward children.
Yeah.
So I figured, this is a great concept. We can do more with it than just a music video. So that's where the book concept came along.
One of the things I like about this song that's moving for me is, we're all adults now,
Mm-hmm.
but when we were children, we had a very definite idea about what things would be like.
Right.
And so in the song, it feels like you go back to this item
Yep.
that has completely changed now in the eyes of a grown man after everything that you've gone through. But as a child, it just represents something totally different.
Right.
So in the making of this video, talk about any emotions that came up while you guys were working together.
Emotions.
Yeah.
I had something where, so on 4th Street, I'm not sure if it's still there now, but there actually was a memorial on a porch, and I thought I would take some shots of it just to have it as a music video, but then later on, me and Jace talked about it, and then, we decided not to use it because it's more personal,
Right.
And it probably would be good, probably be like overstepping boundaries when it comes to like people's, feelings for whoever the memorial is for. And there was another situation where, as I was shooting the memorial, a similar situation happened with Jay happened with me. And they was coming up like, hey, what are you doing? What are you shooting for? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just getting some shots, taking it for a music video. And they were like, no. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
turn the camera off. Now just go continue about my business. So that was, for me, that kind of let me know, more up close how people feel about, because it's almost like, a graveyard or a grave.
Right.
Nobody likes when you're like just stepping on people's grave and doing whatever you feel like doing. So that's, a significant thing that happened to me during the shoot.
What about you, Jay?
So for me, it's funny because in writing the song, like as an artist, I guess the type of artist that I am is I try to like look at what's happening and paint it with music. So I haven't actually experienced myself all the stuff that you heard in Teddy, but like I'm connected enough to a lot of people who do experience that to try to speak on it. So it was weird for me because obviously, anytime you're talking about losing young people and just people in general in a violent way, it's obviously sad. But I'm always like, is this really someone's truth? Is it really connected?
Right.
And the experiences that I've had with certain people who have had to deal with real violence in the city at a young age, they felt it. And that's my sort of emotional connection to it. I was like, wow, okay, it was like, this stuff really is powerful and people really are dealing with it, and you have to be really sensitive with that, because that's why that person's like, no, you can't film this.
Right,
it's like
right,
you're just
right.
walking on someone's grave, and it's not something for you to advertise, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Now, I haven't seen the full video. I've only seen the promo, and I have the song. But in the promo of the video, there's a shot that is a white room, and it's just Jay's back, and it's shot into the room, and it looks really emotional. Like, what were you trying to convey, Elias, throughout the shooting of the video? Because we'll show it tonight on the program, but a lot of people, like me, haven't seen it yet. So go ahead.
Well, the song, is about Teddy, and we kind of wanted to show that parallel. I guess for those of us who are unable to kind of see it or hear it through the song, even though it's kind of hard. But just give a visual representation of the song. Naturally dramatic, slow tempo song. Not really fast paced like a rap songs and stuff that you would have, but speaks to a lot of emotion. So we just kind of wanted to make sure we brought that out in a visual way.
There were several actors that worked in the video. So what was your interaction, Jay, with those actors? They were young, and so a lot of the stuff was emotional.
It's funny. The youngest actor in there, who's like 1 year old, that was the situation I was worried about the most, because children, you're unpredictable,
right?
And that worked out really, really well. This was so Jay Focus, the rapper. It was his kid, and shout out to him because he's awesome. And the kid did a really good job. Like he just kind of did exactly what we needed for him to do in the video. That was awesome. I guess the second group, like the next sort of, then there was another kid who's like 5 or 6 with his dad, and they both, I don't think they've ever really done any kind of on-screen acting. But they did fine. We got what we needed to get, and everyone just kind of took to it pretty naturally. There wasn't really any coaching, just like do this, because the song is really, you're just in a natural setting, ideally, and you're just walking down the street, walking through the park, and you see this, and a lot of people have at least some relation to what that imagery is, and they just kind of go along as if that was them. It went well. Yeah.
So with the older boys that they portrayed you, is that correct?
So there was a group of older boys. One of them portrayed me. Exactly. That was like at the age of around 13 or 14. So we had to find someone that age. I've never met those kids before. I met them through someone that my wife knows in the school system, and we just brought them out to the park again and said, "Hey, I just need you guys to." Well, he directed them. I just kind of sat back and froze because it was really cold that day. And they just followed the basic directions that were given to them, and it came out really well. And that was honestly something that because I don't understand the process as well, that I was sort of worried about. Like, oh boy, I don't know, is it going to look right? It looked perfectly good.
So today is Sunday. We're airing this on Sunday. Today is actually Wednesday, but we're airing this on Sunday. So today you were able to show the video to a group of kids.
Yes, that was awesome.
What was their response?
It was awesome, and it really made me happy, because one thing that I'm always concerned about as an artist is making sure that I connect to as many people as possible. It's really important to me. I work with young people all my life, that I connect to them. And number one, the music itself really isn't it's not what you hear when you turn on the radio. And the content certainly isn't.
But I did hear it on the radio. It was on STW.
It's on WSCW.
Yes. Okay. All right. I just remembered that. But go ahead. All right.
Yeah, but you're not likely to hear that on Power 99.
Yeah.
And so I have been extremely, satisfied with how well kids under the age of, and just people under the age of like 20 or so have reacted to it. And that's from the age of like literally 5, 6 up to like those 17, 18-year-olds. Like this was an elementary school, we played it today, and they dig it. They have a little bit of trouble at that age getting the exact understanding of the song, in terms of the overall meaning. But they're like, oh, I like your music, and they got it. And the coolest thing for them at that age was how much of the city that they were able to see. They're like, oh, that's me. So like it makes them feel like, that they're involved with something cool, and hopefully it is cool and they're involved with it,
So it was shot in the city. It was shot in Wilmington. So tell me about the people that you encountered during the making of the video. Anything in particular stand out?
Yes. So the most powerful experience that I had in terms of shooting the videos, we were right outside of the park, that Judy Johnson Park, and there was a vacant property where we were setting up one of our mock teddy bear monuments, and the person who lived next door said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And I tried to explain, and he wasn't aggressive, anything like that, but he was really just trying to find out, as anyone would do, like, what are you guys filming? So I tried to explain, he didn't quite get it, so I said, hey, come over to the car, let me play the song, and we're shooting a video for this song. And I expected for him to just listen to like 30 seconds of the song, walk away, but he sat there for the entire song, and it was like, you're really listening? Hold on, he's really listening. And at the end of the song, I looked over at him, and he just had a really still expression on his face, and I could tell that in one way or the other, the song had connected with him. I didn't know the man at all, but I'm assuming, that he's probably seen some things that, were described in the song, and it connected, and it's weird because it's kind of sad that he is connected to something like that, but it also made me feel good at the same time because I'm hopefully giving him a space to begin to maybe think about stuff that he might not have been thinking about, that he needs to think about to address whatever's going on internally. You know what I mean?
And we were talking earlier that same concept, that same need applies especially to young men.
Yes.
Who may be, they don't have the tools to process those things. Even adults,
Yes, and with men, it's not even. I think it's even a step worse because it's not. We don't even want the tools.
Right.
It's
That's
like,
true.
no, you can keep that tool.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it here.
Right,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't even want them.
Right.
At least females, admit like it's okay to cry. And I'm not saying it's hard to be a man. I'm just saying that that's one of the places where we can probably improve ourselves. And I'm the worst. So. Yeah.
So yeah, I have no problem crying all the time. All right. So would you work with Elias again?
No.
Nah.
Absolutely.
It's a pretty video, Elias, but you gotta do better.
Were it not for Elias, this would be a completely different project. It would have just been a video, a music video, and there'd be some similar things because the story tells itself, but the overall concept that we're taking on with this book and using it as a way to, really open up the doors for people to discuss these things, that's all his idea. And it's a great idea, and it's really going to be a unique platform that we hopefully can keep pushing forward in a lot of different ways. I don't want to spill all the beans, but this is, I don't know anyone else that has done something like this before, and it's, this is kind of how a symbiotic relationship works. You feed each other's fire. It's great. And
I haven't seen the video, but I've seen the promo and I've seen small clips of the video, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautifully. I like that the one overlay looks like an illustration. It's the chalk art almost. It's beautiful. You did a really great job. Phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And I'm really looking forward to showing it on the program.
Yes.
So thank you both very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.